Do you want to remove hard inquiries from your credit report? In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to delete inquiries from your credit report as fast as 24 hours. If it doesn't work the first time, don't get discouraged because I've got a backup plan for you. Let's get started. Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Credit Coach Nicole Scott, and in today's video, we are going to be covering how to remove inquiries from your credit report as fast as 24 hours. Now, I'm going to be going over all of the tips and the tricks. If for some reason one way doesn't work for you, I'm going to give you multiple options on how to get these pesky inquiries off of your credit report because as we know, FICO allows a shopping period, or maybe you didn't know, but now you do because you know my motto, if you knew better, you do better. And that's why I make this content for you guys. And I had no idea about this before because guess what? When I would go car shopping or shop for some sort of, property or anything where they pull your credit multiple times, oh, it's okay. There's a shopping period where it's not going to affect your credit score as long as it's done within a 14-day period. Well, guess what? Yeah, it doesn't affect our credit score, but banks don't have credit score requirements. Banks and financial institutions look at your data points. So if you have too many hard inquiries in the last 12 to 24 months, you can get denied credit opportunities just because you have too many inquiries from when maybe you were shopping for a vehicle, because we all know how the car dealerships do us. They do us dirty, dirty, dirty. And that's why I tell you guys, go to a bank and bring the funding with you. You should be your own bank now. Go to any credit union, get a check for the vehicle that you wish to purchase, and take it to a qualifying dealership to get you a new car. I like CarMax because it's no hassle and they accept most funding. Bank of America, Navy Federal, you name it, they accept most funding. And if for some reason you just need a car immediately and you need to go to CarMax, then they have a lot of opportunities as far as financing for you on the personal and on the business side. So before we go any further, when we do go to a car dealership, we do authorize them to run our credit. However, we do not authorize them to run and shop our credit with 15 to 20 different banks and financial institution, resulting in a hard inquiry from each. That's not right. They never tell us that. We signed up for one to pull our credit one time. Okay. So we're going to get into all of that, guys. Let's go ahead and get started. So recently, have you bought a car? Have you shopped for a vehicle in the last 2 years? If so, you probably have a ton of unwanted inquiries on your credit report. Or maybe you've even been a victim of identity theft, which is getting more and more common, unfortunately, with the dark web and all of this cybersecurity issues that people have. Our information is leaked, and with that being said, it results in a lot of identity theft. So if you've been a victim of either of those, or you've applied for things in the past and you simply got denied from those items, they need to go. Let's get them out of here. Now, when you do go to the car dealership, like mentioned before, they're going to run your credit. They're going to shop your credit. That's what they're doing, which means they're going to run your credit an ungodly amount of times until they finally get a bank that says approved. Okay. As soon as they get the approved, then they're going to stop submitting your application. But guess what? Now you have a hard inquiry from all of those different financial institutions and that you were not approved for. So we don't want those lingering around. And believe it or not, some of these inquiries are the reason why you are getting declined for credit. When you are declined for credit as a consumer, the bank or financial institution is required to give you a breakdown of why they declined your credit, including your credit score at the time of the denial. Now, banks are never going to have an exact credit score that they're going to require for a approval or a denial. Why? Because banks go off of data points. So People call me all the time. Oh my God, my credit score dropped 30 points, 20 points because I opened up a new account. Okay, well, that's fine because we're not worried about the credit score. We are worried about data points. So if we have to take a hit for something to get, forward, we need to do that. And that goes with inquiries. If a bank comes and runs your credit and you have, 20 inquiries on your credit report, which I just saw from a client who purchased Tradelines and is going to be applying for funding. No, sir, you need to get all of these inquiries off of your credit, especially if you don't have accounts with them. If you have inquiries with, current accounts, do not dispute those. It's too risky and they could shut down your account. We are just focused on the inquiries that we did not get approved with or that we simply do not have an account with. Now, you want to make sure to follow these steps to remove the inquiries within 24 hours. Now, I always try to keep it real with you guys as much as possible. I don't sugarcoat but I give you the information that you need to know, not necessarily what you want to hear, because if you knew better, you would do better. And believe me, guys, if it always sounds too good to be true, chances are it probably is. And the way that the internet works, as fast as these hacks get out, the credit bureaus and financial institutions have teams that scour the internet to find these hacks so they can stay one step ahead of us. So sometimes they make it hard for us consumers to get things like this done. But if it doesn't work the first time, don't give up. I'm going to give you some backup options in case you're not able to get them removed by phone. So I will tell you this, Experian is the easiest credit bureau to get hard inquiries deleted from over the phone within 24 hours, hands down. Equifax and TransUnion can be a little bit challenging. Well, not can be, they are challenging. And sometimes you have to hang up and call back. And a lot of times people just don't have the time for all that. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to draft some dispute letters using AI to do all of the work for you. All that you have to do is just plug in the information that I give you, print, mail, call it a day. Dunskos. Okay. Now, step one, you're going to need to get directed directly to the fraud department. Why the fraud department? Because they are the ones that have the authority to actually make changes to your account. If you get into customer service, all that they're going to do is just open up a dispute for you, which is not what we want. We want to get directed directly to the fraud department. You are not going to advise them of any information, nothing, not your name, not the reason why you're calling. What you are going to do is you're going to call in and say, hello, I need to be transferred to the fraud department. Okay, we will transfer you. Thank you. Have a great day. Okay. Hello, how can we help you? Hello, is this the fraud department? Verify you are in the right department, because oftentimes we are talking with people that know nothing about credit, that oftentimes are not even in this country, because we can hear the roosters in the background, but they're good at reading what's in front of them. So they really don't know much, so just be patient and just, verify that you are in the right department. Hello, am I in the fraud department? No, I'm sorry, you're not. Oh, well, can you please transfer me to the fraud department? Okay, they're transferring you. Am I in the fraud department? Yes. Okay, great. My name is this, and I have unauthorized inquiries that I just noticed on my credit report. I need them deleted immediately. They were not authorized, and this is a violation of my rights as a consumer. Please provide the inquiry name and the inquiry date. That's what you're going to give them. You're going to make sure you have all of that information in front of you, and you're going to dispute 2 to 3, maybe 4 if you're pushing it, inquiries per phone call or per letter, okay? And you're just going to tell them the following message. Hi, I just got disconnected from the fraud department. Can you finish what they were doing and delete these unauthorized inquiries from my credit report? You do not need to discuss any information with anyone until you have verified that you are in the fraud department. And what you can say is, hey, I was just speaking with someone from the fraud department. I got disconnected. Can you please transfer me back to that department? And then once they transfer you, you verify, hello, is this the fraud department? Once they've verified, yes, you are in the right department, you are speaking with someone to the fraud department, you can then say what you're calling for, which is, hello, my name is so-and-so, and I'm calling because I recently was speaking with someone who was already assisting me in deleting some of these unauthorized inquiries on my credit report, but I just got disconnected. And you're going to let them know the following inquiries are unauthorized inquiries on my credit report. And I noticed that someone may have applied for something in my name. So you want to get them deleted immediately. You can let them know by law they are violating you as a consumer, which is 1681B, which is permissible purpose, 15 USC code 1681B. Okay. And I'm going to give you guys that. And if you do want a copy of these slideshows, I put all of them into my Banks Funding and More course. So you can purchase that course using the link below. Once you're done telling them that you noticed you had unauthorized inquiries on your credit report and you believe someone may have applied for something in your name, but you never authorized such, we're going to move on to step 3, which is letting them know and informing them that according to the FCRA 15 USC code 1681B, which is permissible purpose, hey, you guys have unauthorized data on my credit report. Legally, this is unverified and unauthorized, and they need to be removed immediately. The law says you have 4 days, but I want them to be deleted today. So in short, we want to call each credit bureau, try to use the script that provided. If for some reason you've tried to hang up, call back, you feel like you're not having any luck, then you can send in the letters. Now, if you are sending in the letters, make sure to supply a copy of your photo ID, okay, state ID, passport, or driver's license, and proof of address. So any sort of utility bill, statement, insurance statement, registration, pay stub, anything that has any sort of official statement that has your name and your correct address, send that in. You also want to send in a copy of your social security card if you have it. If not, don't worry, just send it, get it out. But if you don't have your social security card, send in 2 forms of proof of address. So that way they can verify your identity. On the dispute letter, you would want to include the last 4 digits of your social security number. So again, they can find your file, verify it. And then once you have sent in your letters, you can call back and make sure that they have received them, and you can get them to do it over the phone that way as well, because by that time they will have had your dispute letters on file. They can verify your identity, so on and so forth. So it should be fairly straightforward for you guys, because not every time when you call is it going to work. And a lot of times, I get it, people just don't have the time to hang up, call back, and try to speak with somebody else, although that is the way to do it if you really want to get it done, is just to hang up and call back, and again, use the script provided in today's training. Here is the FCRA law that you're going to use inside of your dispute letters with ChatGPT. It's very simple. This is what ChatGPT looks like, and you can sign up for free. So there's no excuses. All that you need to do is take action. You don't want to be in a situation where you need your credit and it's not there. You really want to stay on top of things, so that way when it comes to applying for loans, lines of credit, credit cards, or even a home loan, you are prepared. You never know what type of opportunities are going to arise. That's why it's really important to stay on top of your credit, understand the data data that is on your credit reports. If you do need to get a copy of your credit reports, go ahead and use the link below. I recommend MyFICO app, but if that's a little bit out of your budget, there's also MyScore IQ, which is the same makers as Identity IQ, but it is a FICO 8 credit scoring model versus Identity IQ, which is a Vantage. Same thing with Smart Credit, it's a Vantage. Nothing against those companies. It's great. They are great. I love Smart Credit. I love Identity IQ. But if you are going to be applying for the banks, you're going to want to know what your actual FICO scores are, because the Vantage, which is not what the banks are using score-wise. Data-wise, it is both the same, but if you want to know what your true FICO scores are, I recommend the MyFICO app. That's going to give you all of your different credit scores, FICO models, FICO 8, FICO 9, you name it, it's on there. So be prepared, get your stuff together, take action, and you want to be able to utilize the funds with fewer hassles. So when you are ready to apply, you don't have to worry about getting denied, because when you stay on top of your credit, you have unlimited possibilities with credit. If you feel like you need help with all of this, or simply you just don't have time to do all of this yourself, you can use the link below and book a quick introduction call with myself, and I can see if I can help you. I do provide coaching, but we provide free credit repair if you do sign up for one of our coaching packages, or I can walk you through the process yourself. My clients, I have a wide variety of clients, from business clients to credit repair business owners to people just wanting to fix their personal and business credit. So my coaching is designed to fit your needs based on your goals and where you're at. Don't feel embarrassed about your credit, because less than 25% of Americans have an exceptional credit score. It's not our fault. We simply were not educated, and unfortunately, credit is just not part of the educational system. I wish it was. I wish I learned about credit earlier, but we can't focus on the past. We can only focus on the future, and now is the time to take action and learn about how you can take control of your financial future. Now, here's an important step if you do have to send in a copy of your letter. If you have been a victim of identity theft, you are going to need to complete step 4. And that's why I always tell you guys to make sure to watch my entire video, because you never know what type of gems I'm going to be dropping throughout the entire video. Step 4 is where they, as in the credit bureaus, if you have been a victim of identity theft, they are going to want a police report or some sort of official report from the FTC. So you can visit identitytheft.gov and complete an FTC report. You can also complete a report with your local police department if you feel necessary, but you will need to list all of the inquiry names and the inquiry dates on the report as it's listed on your credit report. You're going to want to send in a copy of your FTC report or your police report or into your credit bureaus, so that way they can delete those inquiries within 4 business days. By law, if you have been a victim of identity theft, they are to delete items within 4 business days. So it can still be a quick turnaround time if you have been a victim of identity theft and you're simply just not having any luck over the phone. You can send it in and supply as much proof as possible. Also, let the credit bureaus know that you have already contacted the original creditor. They are pointing blame on the credit bureaus. You're pointing blame on them. So they advised you to contact the credit bureaus. And you can note, hey, don't worry. I have already taken care of everything on my end. So I've already contacted my local authorities. I've contacted the creditor, and everyone said to contact you. Now, if you're able to get this done over the phone with Experian or Equifax or TransUnion, generally the inquiries will be gone within 24 hours. So that's the 24-hour hack, is where you can do it over the phone. But if you have to do it by mail, it can take anywhere from 4 to 30 days, sometimes even up to 45 days, just depending on how the credit bureaus feel like they're going to act. Now, if you have truly been a victim of identity theft, make sure that you have included in your letter that you have been a victim of identity theft, and they have 4 days, according to the FCRA law, to delete and remove this unauthorized and fraudulent information from your credit report. Again, on the dispute letter, make sure you list the inquiry name and the inquiry date. Supply in a copy of your FTC report or a police report. You can even do what's called an identity theft affidavit and list out all of that information. I will leave a link below in the description for an identity theft affidavit form that you can use and fill out, have it signed by your local police authority, and then get it notarized. You can get it notarized for free at a bank, which works fine, or you can just pay the little fee at like a UPS store, because getting a notary is generally not more than $15 because they have a cap on how much they can actually charge. So if you're like me and just like to get it done, look, I'm just going to go to the UPS store. I'm going to call, verify that the notary is there, and just go get it done. If your bank has a notary, they can generally do it for free. You just want to call your bank and make sure that the notary is on duty. Now here's a revised and simplified phone script for you guys, because I know a lot of people get nervous, they don't know what to say, and then they start over talking and just talk too much and mess it up for themselves. You have to remember, less is better in these type of situations. So here's a perfect script. Let's role play. Hey, good morning. I was reviewing my credit report and I discovered some unauthorized inquiries to which I never applied for. Can you assist me with getting these removed today? And then you want to list the unauthorized inquiries names and dates. Again, you're going to ensure that you are speaking to someone in the fraud department. Even if you have not been a victim of identity theft, these are the only people that have the authority to delete inquiries from your credit report. Customer service can open an inquiry and it will go through investigation, which can take up to 30 days. So that's why I recommend that you speak directly to the fraud department and let them know that they are unauthorized. We are not saying that we've been a victim of identity theft. We are saying that we have unauthorized credit inquiries on our report. We never authorized that dealership to pull our credit 20 times. We authorized them 1 time, okay? So those other 19 are unauthorized. Get them out of here. Again, guys, if you knew better, you would do better. If you haven't by now, make sure that you've subscribed to the channel, Credit Coach Nicole Scott. You can also follow me on Instagram. Check out all of the links below. I have my new course out called Banks, Funding, and More, and it covers a ton with all of the presentation slides for my videos and so much more. Again, if you haven't by now, make sure that you have subscribed to the channel and like, comment, and share with other people, because if you knew better, you would do better. You know how I say it, guys. It's a game changer when you learn about credit and you're able to, just empower yourself, empower your financial future, because now you understand the game of credit, okay? Credit is a game, okay? You have to go back and forth, and whoever stands the longest wins, basically. What I'm trying to say is you have to apply pressure to these credit bureaus. It might not work the first time. Might not work the second time. Okay, there's 3 different credit bureaus. They all operate differently. Okay, Experian is the easiest to get off via phone. Equifax is the second. TransUnion is the hardest. So if you can get them off via phone with TransUnion, I salute you, okay? It can be done. It just takes persistence. Consistency is key when it comes to credit, guys. Don't expect results overnight. Yes, inquiries can come off as soon as 24 hours, but you always want to plan accordingly so you don't have to scramble at the last minute. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate you. You could have been anywhere, but you decided to listen to me ramble about how to get inquiries removed from your credit report within 24 hours. So if you haven't by now, make sure that you